Hello, Star Wars fans. Today is going to be my breakdown and review of Bad Batch, Season 3, Episode 14, the final episode before the series finale next week. Can you believe? It's almost over. Craziness. So, similar to last week's review, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk about all the different chess pieces, if you will, that have been put into place as we get ready for the big finale. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see where things go. So there will be spoilers, but as long as you're okay with that, then let's dive right in and see what we can find out. Don't forget, we have an April contest running all month long. Be a subscriber, leave a comment. You could win a book or a steelbook. Best of luck. And of course, we have the membership option if you want to help me with my goal of doing this full time one day. But honestly, no matter how you support the channel, it's all greatly appreciated. Leaving comments, liking videos, and subscribing, those things go a long way too. So thank you so much. Okay, so let's look at some of the characters that we haven't seen in a while, but may be showing up in the season finale. The series finale. So Nala Se is still sitting in prison. Last member that we saw her, she gave the little pep talk to Emery, saying, "I did what I can do. Now they will look to you." But still, Nala Se, what's going to happen to you? Is Nala Se going to make it through this series finale? I'm kind of worried. I don't think so. I think something's going to happen, and this may be the last that we see of her in the next episode. Then CX2. Remember, CX2 was off capturing Omega and bringing her back to Tantus. I assume CX2 is still on Tantus, and they better darn well give us a reveal of who's under that mask and what's going on, right? So I cannot wait to see CX2 hopefully get revealed. All right. Rex. We haven't seen Rex in a while. Do we think Rex is going to show up again? Is he part of the Cavalry in the title The Cavalry Has Arrived, which is next week's episode? I hope so. I really hope so, because we haven't seen him, gosh, many episodes. What about Ventress? Is it possible Ventress will be back? I have a gut feeling of no. I think we're not going to see her until May. I hope they do a series spinoff from this. I really want more of this stuff. It's a great story. So I think we may see Ventress in a spinoff, but let me know your thoughts on her. And then what about Phee? Phee seems to pop up whenever needed. Remember, she popped up right when they needed a ship to try to get to Tantus. So will she be their way off of Tantus? We'll have to see, off of Wayland. But I do think they know now the coordinates to Mount Tantus, because I think that's what Echo is retrieving here. So that's how they may, Echo in particular, may be able to reach out to Phee and to Rex and others for them to come and be that cavalry. Because they sure need a ship, right? The Batch's ride onto the planet is now toast. That was really cool. I loved them rappelling down. And look at Wrecker just laughing the whole time. He kills me. He loves this stuff, man. He loves this stuff. But yeah, they need a new way off the planet. And the jungle is still very dangerous. I mean, they haven't even gotten into Mount Tantus yet, but once they get Omega and everyone, they got to get out. And they're going to have to face creatures like this one. This creature was nasty. Absolutely nasty. So yeah, very dangerous. And this led to one of my favorite jokes of the episode when Wrecker says, "Did Rampart make it?" And Hunter's like, "Yeah, unfortunately, yes." "I heard you," says Rampart. But yeah, very funny. Rampart has lent himself to a lot of good humor. But oh man, it's not funny anymore for Rampart, right? Where the episode left us off is he is now in enemy hands, and these stormtroopers don't look happy. And actually, neither does Rampart, as he just puts his head down and groans. So, is he going to help Hemlock? Is he going to maybe help the Batch? Or is Hemlock just going to execute him right off the bat? I suspect this will be the last we'll see of Rampart, unfortunately, because he was a lot of fun. But in the end, he's a terrible person. So yeah, something bad's going to happen. What about Scorch? Scorch showed up again in this episode. He's still being the loyal soldier, but maybe he has his discussions that he had with Rex. Is that going to win him over in the end? I kind of don't think so, but it really would be interesting if Scorch and some of the others end up helping the clones. So we'll see. Crosshair, will his PTSD come into play? Because we saw that it's still impacting him in this episode. There he's shaking his hand as he's talking about the fact that he's been on Tantus before, and it's not a place that you will forget. And what about the kids? Are the kids going to be a help or a liability? Especially the little one. The little one is so cute, but oh my gosh, he can't even speak. I guess Bairn, by the way, is that his name? Bayrn, Bairn, I guess. Anyway, he's cooing. He can't even help. So I really think they're going to be more of a liability, because I loved when Omega says, "Now you got to cover me," and they're like, "Cover you?" It's just a reminder that these kids aren't, trained like Omega. They don't have any idea how to do combat. So very, very interesting to see how the kids come into play. And why are they still drilling them? I'm not going to drop this. They have to explain this in the final episode. Why, whenever they go to Omega, do they give her the nice, simple little suction thing, and these kids get drilled? Of course they're scared. Everyone's scared of drills. I'm scared of drills. That's why we don't want to go to the dentist. Someone explain this. It's driving me crazy. Anyway, Scalder is still the worst child care provider ever. I mean, when a kid says they're hungry, the answer you give is not, it'll pass. Wow. But that raises this question of Scalder. What is Scalder going to do? Especially if Emery starts to help out, will Scalder be a problem for everyone? Or will she maybe turn and help? I don't think so. I don't think Scalder's going to help anyone. So very interesting. Echo is now on on Tantus, actually. He's inside Mount Tantus. And I love when he got the extra hand from that poor droid. Thanks for the hand, he says. And that's come in very handy, right? But that was also his tell for Emery to realize that it's Echo. I thought that was really cool when she says, Echo, that's your name, isn't it? And it's really cool that for her, the clones deserve names just like the children deserve names. And of course, for everybody else, they're just specimens and just clones. But Emery at least sees the humanity there. So that's great. But we'll have to see how this all plays out, right? She says, I'm Emery, and Echo is not real happy with her. So she gives the infamous, well, I was doing my job. Ugh, worst excuse ever. So, Emery, you better bring it, right? Then she says, if we're going to free those children, you're going to have to trust me. Well, you need to earn back some trust, and you need to earn back something for the way that this has all gone down. I mean, her job was more important to her, being head scientist, than the safety of these kids. But I do think she's going to end up being very helpful in the escape. And maybe we'll finally learn what on earth those red glasses are for. I love them, but what is it doing? Why does she have those? So crazy. And then the Zillo Beast. Okay, we kind of were guessing we were going to get a Zillo Beast, but still, it was really cool to finally see it. And this pays off, oh my goodness, Clone Wars episodes from way back in season 2, that two-parter with the Zillo Beast and Palpatine wanting to get a hold of it and seeming to want to clone it or experiment on it. Then, of course, on the right, that's the Bad Batch season 2 episode where they ran into one of the Zillo Beasts. And now finally we're seeing, they're using these, what is that, right? I guess they're just forcing mutations with the electronics there. Very, very creepy. But clearly the Zillo Beast is going to help with the escape. Probably Omega will set it free or something like that. But we'll have to see. But this pays off from earlier even this season where Palpatine and Hemlock were discussing that the exotic matter facilities have expanded, providing alteration and testing of much larger assets, obviously like a Zillo Beast. So that's great. That's all been paid off. But something else needs to be paid off in the next episode. Please, I want to know what is in the red containment units. That twice now they've teased us with it. We want to know. You gotta let us know, please. Next episode, and then of course Tantus in general. I mean, first of all, will it be the final resting place for the Batch? Who do we think is going to die? It really feels like Crosshair is going to die. It just seems like a perfect ending for his story arc. But also, what's going to happen to Mount Tantus? In fact, what's going to happen to the mountain over on the left? There's two mountains. We say Mount Tantus. It's really Mountains Tantus. They haven't even gone to the one on the left. So will they get destroyed? Will Hemlock, get some of the information out at the last second, but lose Tantus? I can't wait to see what happens with all of that. But we do know one thing is for sure. Omega is ready to roll. She says, I have a plan, and I'm going to need your help. So, Omega's got something cooking. Obviously, Echo and Emery have something cooking. The rest of the Batch, who aren't even inside the mountain yet, they got something cooking. And then maybe Rampart has something cooking. We'll have to see. So, cannot wait. But I think these are all the pieces in place. Let me know your thoughts on how those pieces are going to come together in the series finale, which will be here in less than a week. The cavalry has arrived. Crazy. I hope it's a long episode, right? It needs to be like an hour. Please, guys. Needs to be an hour. All right, here's the timeline one last time. All right, well, second to last time, I guess. We'll bring it up one last time and see whether people officially want me to change this to 18 BBY. I'm about ready to give up. Everybody keeps telling me 19 to 18 BBY. Okay, I'll change it. But next episode, one way or another. All right, so don't forget, April contest, be a subscriber, leave a comment, win a book or a steel book, and of course the membership option if you're interested in that. And I always love to mention the Discord. Here we are talking not only about this episode, but also about Tales of the Empire. We're going to get that on May 4th. So, man, we're eating good right now. Lots of good stuff. So anyway, I will leave a pinned comment so you can join over 1,300 members across the globe, 24/7 conversations. We would love to have you be part of it. And in the meantime, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out more content, and we will all eagerly await the final episode of The Bad Batch.